7 ways to make better use of your time. You just get 24 hours consistently, and keeping in mind that there are a lot of approaches to wring progressively out of the time you have, there isn't an approach to get a greater amount of the stuff. However, no compelling reason to stress, there are a lot of approaches to utilize an opportunity to have better. Here are 7 of them. 1. Slow down. Easing back down to get progressively out of your time may appear to be nonsensical, however when you in reality delayed down, you will find that what you do turns into significantly increasingly important. Envision for a subsequent that you're passing through an excellent woodland. Your sound system is impacting another melody, you're conversing with a companion in the traveler's seat, and before you know it, whoosh, you went directly through the woods, and it resembled you weren't there in any way. Presently envision that as opposed to driving in an uproarious vehicle, you're strolling through a similar woodland. Summer is changing to fall, and as the leaves fall around you, you take in a full breath of warm, October air. Your walk is multiple times increasingly significant, in light of the fact that you eased back down. You had the option to see the sights, sounds, and scents around you, and what you were doing turned out to be significantly more important. Easing back down carries significance to how you invest your energy, regardless of whether you're strolling through a woodland, investing time with a friend or family member, playing an instrument, or in any event, chipping away at a report at work. 2. Structure your spare time. As indicated by specialist Mihai Csikszentmihalyi in his book, Stream, Sunday around early afternoon is the unhappiest hour in America, since that is the time individuals are the least profitable. As indicated by his exploration, individuals are strangely increasingly roused and centered at work due to the structure work gives, and he suggests organizing your extra time. That may sound outlandish, shouldn't your leisure time be, sans well? Csikszentmihalyi articulated Cheek sent me hello there in case you're cooperating at home, contends that when we don't structure our time, we either spend it on trivial stuff, or simply ruminate absent a lot of care or core interest. Organizing your time, even your leisure time, is demonstrated to make you increasingly inspired, centered, and eventually, more joyful, on the grounds that it provides you a guidance and a reason. It's absolutely strange, however when you have a reason behind your activities, you will feel substantially more gainful and more joyful regardless of whether that intention is to fail to help an hour or two. 3. Keep a period journal to perceive what you're fouling up. Keeping a period journal of how precisely you invest your energy for the duration of the day is one of the most impressive approaches to find how you can all the more likely utilize your time. Keeping a period journal permits you to see examples and patterns, great or something else, by the way you invest your energy. Lets you see what exercises sway your profitability the most, for example in the case of getting a decent night's rest influences your inspiration the following day. Makes you rethink yourself when you need to invest your energy in low-influence stuff. Lets you see whether how you invest your energy coordinates with your needs, for example in the event that you consider family significant, yet go through consistently staring at the TV. At the point when you keep a period journal, it's a lot simpler to cause changes to how you to invest your energy, since you can see, directly before you, precisely what transforms you have to make with how you invest your time. At the point when I track my time, I keep it as straightforward as conceivable so as to lessen the psychological grinding I need to really following my time. Before me, over the span of 7 days, I keep a scratch pad that tracks what I'm doing, when I start, halted an action, and any perceptions I have. Keeping a journal of precisely how you invest your energy appears to be basic on a superficial level, however delivers significant outcomes when you really do it. 4. Do less. Apple is one of the biggest and best organizations on the planet for one central explanation: they make just 4 fundamental product offerings. Macintosh makes the iPod, iPhone, iPad, and the Mac with programming to help them, and that is basically it. Apple is a $431 billion organization that puts the entirety of its weight behind 4 little product offerings. Adopting a comparable strategy with your life is likewise inconceivably amazing. At the point when you do less things, you spread your time over less, thus you have significantly more of yourself to provide for all that you do. I think one about the most ideal approaches to support your center, become a superior individual, and utilize your time better is to do less. Question an incredible components, and continually inquire as to whether you're doing excessively. Doing less may appear to be an outlandish method to all the more likely utilize your time, yet it supports your concentration and achievement since you can put a great deal more of yourself into the things you need to do. 5. Consider what is important most to you. Everybody invests their energy in an unexpected way. One individual may put a great deal of time into building up a fruitful vocation, while another may think increasingly about putting their time into building a remunerating family life. Set aside the effort to consider what you truly, genuinely care the most about. At that point, put your time in what you care about. This appears basic guidance, yet scarcely anybody does it. Many individuals wing their way as the day progressed, not contemplating whether how they're investing their energy will deliver significant outcomes. I think the best way to ensure you take advantage of your time is to begin with what is important the most to you, and work in reverse to your activities to make sense of how you should act. 6. Concentrate on high-influence exercises. You may have known about the 80-20ths guideline, which says that 80% of your outcomes originate from 20% of your endeavors. I like taking a gander at the 80-20ths principle an alternate way. Every move you make is either high or low influence. The higher influence a movement is, the more you'll escape a limited quantity of exertion. A few people put their time into low-influence exercises, which they get basically nothing out of. Take sitting in front of the TV, for instance. On the off chance that you watch 3 hours of TV daily, the normal is more than 4, and you live until you're 80, you'll go through 10 years of your life sitting in front of the TV. That is time you'll never get back, and time you could have put into a lot higher influence action, such as perusing a book, having an espresso with somebody you need to gain from, working out, composing, or reflecting. At the point when you put your time in high-influence exercises, you can cut the cruft from your life and ensure that what you put your time in the exercises that produce the best profits for your time. 7. Ability brief period you have, and live as needs be. This may seem like a silly tip, yet it isn't. You truly don't have that much time. In case you're normal, I know you're not, however, shoulder with me. As per the American Time Use Survey, each workday you'll go through, 7.6 hours dozing, 8.8 hours working, 1.1 hours eating, and 1.1 hours doing errands around the house, leaving you with around 5.5 hours left over for doing what you need to do. Also, these figures do exclude putting time into your connections, thinking about others, or some other responsibilities you have as of now. You start each day with 24 hours, however once you deduct all of responsibilities from that, you're not left with a lot. At the point when you continually remind yourself how brief period you have, you light a fire under yourself to make the most out of your time. You begin to state no to responsibilities that don't mean a lot to you. You carry more vitality and drive to your work. You become increasingly cautious of your leisure time, and benefit as much as possible from it. Knowing exactly how brief period you have will let you put the time you improve use.